Are you able to see my presentation?
Not yet. It is just sharing. Santoshji, are you able to see?
No, sir.
No.
Not yet. I think you kindly share and then again share, please.
Again, here, sir.
Okay.
Hmm.
हम लोग क्या प्रॉब्लम आ रही है सर? स्टॉप कर दिया शेयरिंग। ठीक है सर। once again I am sharing my presentation screen one. ये this one. Share. Are you able to see now, sir?
Sir.
Not yet.
नहीं?
Yes, अभी तक नहीं है। आ गया। Yes, now it is okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for.
Good morning to all. Today we have a very important and very interesting topic which is related with the environment. We are all aware environment is the most important, but basically, we are the part of the environment, if we say. And unfortunately, due to the civilization, or I should say industrialization, we have seen that the environment has been basically, that has been cruel. We are very cruel with the environment, whether these are the rivers, whether these are the forest, air, anything. So today we have with us Dr. Manoj Kumar. He's a senior scientist from the National Physical Laboratory, working in the Environmental Science and Biomedical Metrology Division. Sir, we are thankful to you. You have accepted our request to give your knowledge and the information, share your knowledge and information with our all participants. Certainly, it will be a very good experience and knowledge sharing for all of us. Thank you to you, sir. And I will say about you, you are working in the National Physical Laboratory, NMI of the country, have a lot of research and administrative and the technical or the teaching experience in the National Physical Laboratory. He has done a lot of R&D work, a lot of research papers. I'm not going to go in his detail because it will just like I'm showing a lamp to the sun. Sir, thank you. And this topic, environmental metrology, is a very important topic. How to calibrate the instruments which are used for the observation of the environment, whether it is air, whether it is dust, or whatsoever it is. Sir, now we have with us our Honorable Shri Badrinath Dikshit, BN Dikshit, Director, sir. I would like to request you, sir, if you will speak, please, 2 words. Director, sir, Dikshit, sir. So we are not able to hear you. Toshji, is there any problem?
Yes, sir.
Dikshit, sir. Okay, so now over to you, Dr. Manoj Kumar. Please kindly enlighten us with your knowledge, R&D, and the experience. Please, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your nice introduction, and thank you for providing me this opportunity. As you told, I am working in CSIR National Physical Laboratory as a senior scientist. So as we know that my today's talk is environmental metrology, and I will I will talk about 2 things: environmental metrology, which aspect, because environment is very broad term. As you told, it includes everything: air, water, soil, noise, social things. So I will consider only atmospheric part, and basically my focus is the environmental governance, because we are part of environmental governance. Your body is also part of environmental governance. So basically, my presentation is in 2 parts. First, I will detail about what is metrology, environmental metrology, which area we cover, basically our division, because NPL is very vast. So I think you are aware with the NPL activity. So now, sir, let us start with this definition of, or this is background slide. As we know that environmental metrology is the scientific study of measurement and its application in the context of the environment. It is concerned with the measurement of natural materials that surrounds us, such as air, water, soil, and noise, as I told. It provides traceability, accuracy, and consistency of measurement equipment worldwide. As we know that as a NMI, we have responsibility to give traceability uncertainty value, so we do this is the basic part of the metrology. Any metrology like environmental metrology also, it play a key role in conserving the environment and safeguarding our quality of life while ensuring sustainable economic growth with the demanding environmental legislation. So always we talk about our economy. So economy is also related to meteorology. For example, as we see that a simple example, the cotton of the Bangladesh is going very popular in this world. And our previous director, Dr. Aswal, always told that this is due to metrology. They have a precision measurement, and and on the this due to this precision measurement, the quality of any product depends. So as we discussed, the environment is a very broad term. It's consists physical, biological, social. In biology, we generally divide abiotic and biotic component, but here we are describing in broad sense. So environment composed physical, biological, and social. Physical, it includes atmosphere, hydrosphere, lithosphere. Atmosphere, that means deals about the air, hydrosphere, water, and lithosphere, soil or lands. And biological, it include all living beings like plant, animals, whatever those who have life is called under biological. And social, society or civil society, whatever, there are so many components related to social issues, social things. So here I will discuss about the majority of the part will be related to atmosphere, because our division, environmental science and biomedical division, and basically I am involved in the atmospheric sciences. So my focus or my talk will be around the atmospheric meteorology. So first, I will deal with why this measurement or this meteorology is important for the environmental data collection. So as we know that, but just I am reminding some points, because it encompasses a wide range of information from weather forecast and climate monitoring to estimate arable land or rainforest based on satellite imagery. So as we know that all prediction related to climate or weather depend upon the data, what data we are generating. So we have to validate those data which generated by satellite or other source. So traceability or measure, uncertainty is the important. If you are predicting the climate change is going to happen, so what is the range, what is the data range? So it is important, precision is important. Second is it can be collected from various sources, including a statistical or informal survey, administrative records of government and non-government like NGOs, remote sensing, and thematic mapping and scientific research. Third is the emergence of technology such as Earth Observatory and Internet of Things has provided new advances in data collection for monitoring climate change mitigation. So for this purpose, whatever it's related to global warming, it's related to climate change, this the data collection and the role of measurement is known for us. So it due to this these things, the measurement, the data collection of environmental data collection is important. So the data collected through measurement can be used for decision support, risk management, efficiency, upgrade, and the project and planning purposes. As we know that any data which we were acquiring or procured or obtained, these all for the policy decision making. So planning for the government is required. So this data is also crucial, play crucial role in conserving the environment and sustainable economic growth. So next question arises: what is the importance of environmental metrology? Metrology is relevant in every field, either length measurement, whatever. But in what is the role in the field of environment? It play a crucial role in managing and overseeing the affairs of any environmental related regulatory body which is responsible for ensuring sustainability, that means sustainable development, and managing human activity, that is political, social, or economic. Environmental metrology also helps to provide validity and prevent discrepancy between measurements reading. What is the discrepancy or what is error in our measurement? Each and every measurement has some discrepancy or some uncertainty. So we have to find out this, and later in I will discuss how NPL maintain this traceability chain. And third one is the metrology sets the framework of reliable data, consistent measurement across the time and space. That is the important, that our measurements should independent from time and space. If we are measuring in India, that should be same in other country or other place also. So the time and space is very important parameter. So now, as we know that every country has National Meteorology Institute, and same for environmental meteorology also. So what is the responsibility or role of NMI? Just I will give you a brief glimpse on this slide. The National Meteorology Institute is responsible for developing and maintaining national measurement standards and disseminating the SI units. It ensures the comparability and reproducibility of data. Data should be, whatever data we are generating, data should be compared, and again we can reproduce that data, which are the fundamental principle of scientific work or metrology point of view. In an industrial environment or in a legal metrology, a statement of compliance with a specification and regulation rely on measurement. It plays a vital role in support of sustainable development because metrology is essential to protect planet, ensure dignified and quality lives for people, and attain wide-ranging economic growth and prosperity. So, as we know that CSIR, National Physical Laboratory, is the NMI of our country, and almost we are knowing or aware. Just I am revising the what is the role of CSIR NPL. It plays significant role in metrology, the scientific study of measurement. Here, these are the some key points. The CSIR and NPL maintains a standard of SI units in India and calibrates the national standard of weight and measures. The primary role of CSIR NPL is to establish and disseminate the national measurement standards in country. It formulates and advises on India-specific policies, guidelines, and advanced metrology program for government organization, institution, regulators, industries, and other stakeholders. CSIR NPL conducts educational awareness, training and academic activities, and campaign for student, industries, academicians, policymakers, etc. This was the basic background of the environmental metrology. Now I will discuss about the research facility which are available in CSIR. This basically I will give some glimpse of some research facility in our division. And although NPL is very vast, there are so many division and subdivision. Each and every division has a specific activity, and other division also directly indirectly involved in the environmental metrology. But what we are doing, our group are our subdivisional group are activities I will be presenting here. So, in this regard, CSIR NPL has established remote atmospheric monitoring station at CSIR ISBT Palampur, Himachal Pradesh. So, here we measure an air quality monitoring station in which we measure the concentration of ambient nitrogen oxide, nitrogen dioxide, ammonia, hydrocarbons, particulate matters, and black carbon, as well as meteorological parameters are being measured its inception for the time series observation. So both we measure weather data also, like rainfall, temperature, relative humidity, wind direction. Here we can see that the tower, this is 32-meter tower, and this is the basically weather station. So many sensors are associated with the air pollutant monitoring. So we regularly more each the data realization is 10 minutes. Every 10 minutes we observe or record the meteorological data or weather data for the particular like Palampur station. So in continuous here a Raman lidar is also system is also installed at this station to study the vertical distribution of aerosol and cloud. It consists of two MIA channels at 355 nanometer and a Raman nitrogen channel at the 387 nanometer to study the various physical and optical properties of aerosol, including aerosol or cloud, polarization, and lidar ratio in the troposphere and lower atmosphere. So, so this is the open transform infrared, commonly it's called OPFTIR. We have FTIR facility. This instrument used for the qualitative and quantitative analysis of organic and inorganic functions, like on the basis of inorganic and organic functional groups, we identify which type of pollutant is present. For example, if you are analyzing this, in this day, microplastic is a very emerging research area in atmosphere. So which type of polymer is present in that microplastics or microplastic sample, we can detect through the with the help of FTIR. So we use this system for different type of find out the pollutants in our laboratory. Second is continuous flow isotope ratio mass spectrometry. This is called CFIRMS. It is used for to determine the isotopic ratio. This instrument is a very crucial to identify or procure the reliable data on the nanomoles amount of sample gases. We have primary ozone standards. This is this facility is apex for the calibration and traceability of ozone. We maintain the primary standard and we provide the standards for other organization, other system where required. So, and besides this, all these are the some. I have just given few ones which we are dealing in our group. Besides this, we have so many station at the different. We have DG sound in CSIR and PL, which study the atmospheric events. Besides this, we have the Matthew station in Antarctica, that system also measure the weather parameters and other environmental parameters. So these are the basic. Now I just want to why this measurement standards quality standard are traceability. The data quality of measurement of the trace gases like methane, nitrous oxide, ozone, carbon monoxide, nitrous oxide, SOx, and non-methane total non-methane hydrocarbons and volatile organic carbon extra, as well as aerosols, are achieved by testing calibration of the measuring instrument through the unbroken chain of traceability. So we do all this activity to assure the traceability of trace gases. We perform the calibration of trace gases analyzers equipment with respective trace standards. This is the traceability chart for atmospheric parameter. This is similar. We have primary standard. On the basis of primary standard, we provide secondary standard and calculate uncertainty. Secondary standard again have a reference standard, different reference standard, and finally this helps to calibrate the devices. So this is have you seen this traceability chart many times, maybe through our other colleague have presented. Besides this, this we have various type of instrument which used for the various trace gases measurement. Like methane, we measure through the gas chromatograph and gas analyzer. Nitrous oxides also measured by the gas chromatography and gas analyzer. And chlorofluorocarbon, electron capture gases, ozone measured through the ozone analyzer, carbon monoxide measured through the CO analyzer, and this use the non-dispersive infrared gas filter correlation method. Nitrogen oxides measured through NOx analyzer, sulfur dioxide, SO2 analyzer, ammonia analyzer, total non-methane hydrocarbon measured by the hydrocarbon analyzer, volatile organic compound measured through the gas chromatograph, and particulate matters PM2.5, PM10, and total suspended particulate matter measured by the gravimetric and beta attenuation method, that is called particle sampler. NPL also, Dr. Agarwal, Shankar Agarwal has developed a sampler to indigenous sampler for our country, and that used for the different types of particulate matters. So as I told, I made this presentation in two parts. First, I deal about what we are measuring in our group, and second part is related to environmental governance. Because first part includes a lot of research and our other colleagues involved in different activity. I am involved in certain atmospheric analysis, like I am involved in microplastic analysis and other thing. So the second part is very important, and it deals how all these things governed by different regulatory body. So environmental governance consists of a system of laws, norms, rules, policy, and practice that dictate how board members of an environmental related regulatory body should manage and oversee the affairs of any environment related regulatory body. It includes government, business, civil society, and emphasize whole system management. The undivided nature of environment. The nature is not divided. Nature is a holistic term. It's include biotic, abiotic, that means physical, physical, biological, social, everything. So it is instinctual link with social economic dynamics, economic dimensions of sustainable development relies on good decision making processes, effective institution policies, laws, standards, and norms. This is the basic introductory slide for environmental governance. So just I want to give a brief idea from where this environmental governance system started. After the fourth Earth Summit in 1972 at the Stockholm, it started when our Prime Minister Indira Gandhi attended the United Nations Conference on human environment and development, and after returning they frame a committee which environmental planning committee in coordination or coordination committee framed by with the BP Pal. He was the fellow of Royal Society. He was the ex DG of the ICR IRI. So with the coordination with BP Pal, he formed this committee. In 1972, Central Pollution Control Board was set up and followed by the Central Pollution Control Board (CPCB) with the water Act in 1972. The Department of Environment came into existence on November 1, 1980, followed by the State Department. Environmental Law Water Act 1974, Air 1981, and Forest Conservation 1981 were passed as also the Umbrella Act of Environmental Protection Act. In continuation, an environment policy and strategy statement was issued in the year of the United Nations Conference on Environment and Development in 1992. Just a minute. Just a minute. Environmental Impact Assessment (EIA) for 32 sectors become compulsory by a notification passed in 1992. After this committee or a coordination committee, EIA become mandatory for so many industries. So environmental approval committee were formed for each sectoral assessment, and all power was vested in the center. In 1996, India became a nation to follow the environmental governance system with a series of further controlling notification on coastal zone management, hill development, disposal of waste that includes biomedical plastic and hazardous waste. PIL provided public interest litigation, provided justice through the Supreme Court and High Court. And this is the major institution for the environmental governance in India. We can say that we have two level governance. One is the national level and second is the state level. In national level, Ministry of Environment and Forest Climate Change is called MOEFCC, regulate the both Central Pollution Control Board and Department of Environment. Central Pollution Control Board has so many zonal office, and Ministry of Environment also has regional offices. Similarly, in a state pollution control board regulate the industry and state pollution control also have zonal and regional or sub-regional offices in the state. So, Ministry of Environment and Forest and Climate Change have basically linkages with different international body like UNEP, UNCED, SCCF, or so basically MOEFCC working a line department with the other international bodies. So the major regulatory body in the India is a CPCB, is called Central Pollution Control Board, and constituted under Section 3 of Water Prevention and Control of Pollution Act 1974 as a statutory body. A statutory body is a matlab constitutional body. So further, the power and function of CPCB was entrusted by Air Act, Prevention and Control Act 1981, and it advised to central government on any matter concerning prevention and control of water and air pollution and improvement of quality of air. So, moreover, it also provides technical support to Ministry of Environment and Forest and Climate Change on provision of the Environment Protection Act 1986. The principal function of CPCB is to reduce pollution of water, air under the Water Air Act as well as National Monitoring Program. Initially, CPCB there are two acts. One is the water that come in 1974, and thereafter Air Act come in 1986. Initially, these two got, after that so many act came like Environmental Protection Act 1986 and other hazardous waste. So there are so many acts came up, time to time in India. This is the organizational structure of CPCB. Here, one chairman, one member secretary, and it includes industrial pollution control group, industrial pollution control group related to chemical industry, heavy industry, agro-based industry, animal product, small scale, and categorization. Second is air quality management for the Delhi NCR and other area, and this has the monitoring network of air and noise pollution. So CPCB established so many stations in NCR all over country to collect all national ambient air quality parameter. These are the 12 parameter, and they automatically record on their server, and that is the useful for to predict or to calculate the AQI. Third one is the water quality management system. They're being have the water quality monitoring and management wing. They clean the different rivers. They give some guidelines for the sewage treatment. So under this, there a Ganga action plan executed in different city of India like Varanasi, Kanpur, and other city where Ganga flow from there. And fourth one is the waste management. Waste management include e-waste, that is called cyber waste, related to our whatever gadget we use like computer, laptop, etc. e-waste. Hazardous waste, it include various chemical wastes, biomedical wastes come from the hospital, batteries. These days batteries car are increasing, so there may be the a problem for the environment, and there are so many contaminated sites where we dump the pollutants. And urban pollution control, they also act on the urban pollution control. So urban pollution basically includes solid waste, plastic waste, chemical waste, and DG sets basically generate success. So what will be norm for this all this waste? They formulate, they design the policy about this all this waste. They have laboratories related to water, wastewater, water quality, trace organic and biological. Other division like IT, R&D, planning, law, training, public relation, and they have administrative wing also. Regional directorates are in nine city of the India like Bangalore, Bhopal, Kolkata, Lucknow, Shillong, Vadodara, Chandigarh, etc. And all these details are given on the CPCB websites. So at national level, we have CPCB, and each state have the state pollution control board. So a state pollution control board were created at the state level, which primary responsibility of issuing of consent or permit for opening an industry subject to certain evaluation and emission limit. It also perform function at a state level similar to what CPC does at the national level. Similar to CPCB, it is an advisory body of the concerned state government. And third one is the National Grid Tribunal. It's commonly known as the NGT. It was established on October 18th, 2010 under National Green Tribunal Act 2010 and become fully operational on 5th May 2011. According to the NGT, according to the Act, NGT was established for effective and expeditious disposal of cases relating to environmental protection and conservation of forest and other natural resources, including enforcement of any legal right relating to environment and giving relief and compensation for damages to persons and property and for matters connected to therewith or incidental thereto. The principal bench of National Green Tribunal is located in New Delhi with regional benches in Pune, Bhopal, Chennai and Kolkata. So these are the basically three regulatory body like CPCB, State Pollution Control Board, and NGT. They manage the environmental management or environmental metrology related things. They govern all these things. So what type of a strategy adopted by this regulatory body? And what is the study for the pollution control board here? For pollution control in India, the various tool and techniques strategy are being used by this basically our guideline released by this regulatory body is for the controlling the pollution. So first is the technological advances. It includes improvement in fuel quality. Second, reduction of sulfur content in the petrol, diesels, and upgradation of motor vehicle engine. These are the some guidelines which time to time given by our regulatory body to improve the fuel combustion, and that decrease the pollutant emission due to the technology advancement. Second is the judicial intervention. There are so many examples are available in our country where Supreme Court and other courts have given their decision to protect the environment, like Taj trapezium zone case, a very known case. In that case, to protect the Taj Mahal, the Supreme Court has given very known decision. So many industries has shifted from the Taj large area, and second is the CNG implication in vehicle Delhi. So compressed natural gas are using in Delhi, and that was the basically judicial intervention. Delhi bus road transit graded response action plan. When our AQI level increase, so we have graph 1, graph 2, graph 3. So each graph has some restrictions. When pollution increase above the 400 AQI, so graph 4 implemented. So these are the basically judicial interventions to control the pollution. And third one is the environmental impact assessment. These all are related to environmental control, environmental pollution control. It is a process of evaluating the likely environmental impact of proposed project or development, taking into account interrelated socio-economic, cultural, and human health impact, both beneficial and adverse. It is compulsory for all project type of project in India. Ministry of Environment and Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change is responsible for environmental. So basically, what is EIA? Basically, for initiating any project, we have to do some environmental impact assessment before the project execution of the project, during the project, and after completion of project. If EIA will perform in a better way, the environmental consequences will be overcome. Otherwise, we can say last few months ago, we seen that in Himachal Pradesh there are so many road vanished due to the floods. This was due to the EIA. EIA has some lacking. The people who were involved in this EIA process, they have not actually a reliable report. That's why this road gone in the flood. So, and the last is the environmental auditing. It is mandatory for the industries and required to submit environmental statement every year starting from 1992 to 3. So, environmental auditing is also mandatory for so many industries, almost every industries, and it aims to minimize consumption of natural resources, promoting use of clean technology to abatement of pollution. So, what is the metrology for the industrial emission? Industrial growth always accompanied with challenges to mitigate the environmental pollution. For example, air, water, soil. Therefore, the regulatory agency, that means CPCB, forces the industries to install online continuous emission monitoring system to monitor the concentration of gases and particles which are emitted from the stacks on real-time basis. The online continuous emission monitoring system, that means OSEMs, are composed of the equipment which are capable to measure the required range of gaseous emission, concentration, particulate matter, emission rate, etc. This emission had impact on ambient air quality. Therefore, ambient air quality data are also acquired through continuous ambient air quality monitoring system, that is called CAQMS, for assessment of ambient air quality. So, the role of proper instrument and their calibration is important concern for our country or any country. However, most of instrument used are usually imported from abroad, which comes from certification from agency like US EPA, US Environmental Protection Agency, TUB, MSAT. This is from Germany, MSAT. So here we can see that we have not a certification system for to calibrate the environmental equipment. So we are losing so many money amount for these purposes. So NPL is NPL is establishing this certification process, and hopefully it will be a start in within 2-3 months. So the guidelines for these are the guidelines for recognition of environmental laboratory by CPCB. CPCB has some guideline to environmental laboratory, and under the Water Prevention and Control of Pollution Act 1974 and Air Pollution Prevention and Control Pollution Act 1981 for pollution control, central and state government has established central, state, and private laboratories for analysis of sample. So CPCB has some guidelines or criteria to establish the environmental laboratory, and the detailed guidelines for recognition of environmental laboratory under Environmental Protection Act 1987 is given by Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. The guidelines deal about infrastructure requirement, sample handling, quality assurance, and quality control, etc. are described within 6 different chapters in Laboratory Analytic Techniques series of MOEFCC. Basically, this is a flow diagram for the recognition process of environmental laboratories. The major role played by the MOEFCC and CPCB. So here we can say that laboratories should have NABL accreditation or HSS, and the laboratory may be private and government, but they have to meet their guidelines, and on the basis of MOEFCC recognize the laboratory through the Gazette notification. And similarly CPCB also recognize the environmental laboratories. So as I told, NPL India certification system is going to start because still we have no any certification system for environmental equipment in our country. So as per the Gazette notification of India, NPL is identified as a certifying agency. So the product, so here there is the brief background for the certification system. The product certification scheme not only to strengthen the environmental governance of their own country, but also generate a high quality air pollution data, which helps them in better policy making and implementation of required mitigation technique. In India, the air pollution measurement are carried out with the help of imported equipment, which comes from certification agency like USCPA, TUV, MCET. As I told, we have no certification system for environmental equipment, so we have to rely on different agency or different NMI of other country. So on August 2022, 2019, the MOEFCC Government of India exercised the power conferred by Section 3 of Environmental Protection Act 1986 and designate the CSIR National Physical Laboratory as the national verification agency for certifying instrument and equipment for monitoring emission and ambient air. CSIR National Physical Laboratory is developing CSIR NPL India certification system to cater the national needs and bridge identified gap area in national environmental governance structure. This is the basically certificate flow diagram of certification system where client will submit their application for product certification by basically client will be manufacturing instrument manufacturer or user, and the one screening committee review their application and information provided by them, and if information is fulfilled, the ISO guideline 1702565. So that instrument will go for the certificate process. Otherwise, it will be discarded or application will be rejected. After that, if that instrument will be accepted, the audit activity initiated and test program will be generated, and pre-certification production and site audit will performed. So when the instrument meet the guidelines of the NPLI certification system, so will we go through the different screening process or test process for their certification. And finally, if it found a recommendation for issuance of certificate, if it found that instrument meet the guidelines or criteria of ISO, so that will be passed, and certification will be issued by the certification body. And if it does not meet certification, not issued or rejected. So this is a just certification process, and this certification process will be hopefully starting 3 months, because last 2 weeks ago we myself and my other 3 colleagues went to Italy for this SAMS and CAMS training, and instrument has reached to the CSIR NPL or and hopefully this certification process will be start in 2 to 3 months. So what is the scope of national NPL India certification system? It provides certification service conforming international standard like ISO 17065, ISO 17067 for the emission as well as ambient air pollution measurement of the equipment. When our product will be certified through the ISO guideline, it will get the international recognition. That means कि our trade of the equipment will increase. So this is the important part of the certification system. It will provide complete and cost-effective solution for certification to the manufacturers and these equipment or system in India or abroad. Being a signatory of CIPM MRA, the certificate issued by CSIR National Physical Laboratory will be accepted worldwide. And this is the important thing, because NPL is a signatory of the CIPM MRA. So our certificate will be valid for any other countries. So this will help to our manufacturer or equipment producer. They will get recognition for their product, and their product will reach to different country. This will also help manufacturers to trade the certified product in international market, as well as beside helping in Make in India program. So these are the basic scope, and how this certification process will help increase or impact on the economy. It will increase the domestic production and export. According to this economic simulation, there is a OECD. There is a one economic. They calculate the basically GDP on this basis. They simulate that and suggest that if India cut tariffs and non-tariff measures restricting trade by 20%, improved trade facilitation, domestic production would rise by the 3% and export by the 14%. It means कि Indian production will increase 3% and export will 14%. This will be the huge gain for the Indian economy. And second will the job.
باين عالي اه قليل.
Hello. job
Okay, if
creation.
you're right, let me tell this guy to go see if he can get the
Hello, any problem you are getting, sir? Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So it will also get new job, the same manufacturing sector. It will enhance the participation in global economic due to improving the regulatory framework and can enhance India's participation in global economy. Boost to labor intensive manufacturing export, better performance in labor intensive manufacturing export, where India has clear competitive advantages, would boost job creation and thus make grow more inclusive. It also help in infrastructure development. It would require improving further infrastructure, in particular transport and energy provision, modernizing product market regulation, developing a skill, and reconsidering barriers to trade and investment. Also attract FDI, that is a foreign direct invest. A robust quality infrastructure can attract more FDI, thereby boosting of economy. Achieving high income status, India aspiration to achieve high income status by 2040, 47 will need realized through the climate resilient growth processes that deliver broad-based gains to bottom half of the population and inclusive growth. India's most recent development plan has two main objectives: raising economy growth and making growth more inclusive. As our Prime Minister told, we will become a 5 trillion economy. So this is the way where we can contribute or increase our economy for become a $5 trillion economy. So metrology is also still to metrology field is also to explore to our increase our inclusive growth or increase our FDI or infrastructure development. So the question, what is the challenges and opportunities in this uh, certification system or environmental governance? So environmental governance in India faces several challenges. Uh, uh, Environmental degradation is a significant challenge, with human activities often leading to adverse modification to the ecosystem. Due to rapid increase in population, uh, the population demand is increasing on natural resources, and definitely human beings are exploiting so many natural resources, and that ultimately degrade our environment. So, population growth and economic development, the excess population growth and planned economic development lead to massive exploitation of environment. As I told, these are the challenges for maintaining our environmental governance or conserve our environment. Poverty is also a major issues that need to be addressed while ensuring environmental sustainability. Because due to poverty, people exploit so many, and they are not able to use green thing, like they use biomass burning for their livelihood. So poverty is also play a role in generating the pollution. Emerging ESG mandate, the emerging environmental social governance ESG mandate in corporate governance present a new challenges for companies in India. A stakeholder driven approach is required, and the ESG requirement facing each company is different and must be fine-tuned to suit the stakeholder with whom a company interfaces. Limited environmental resource is also a major challenges. The in our country, resources are very limited. We have already exhausted so many resources like petroleum product and other things, other resources. So this is the limitation for the India. Technological advances in smart governance. Technological advance alone, smart governance alone may not be able to solve the fundamental problem that environmental goals must be addressed. Although we are going to technologically advance, but still we have to to invent or discover some technological advanced equipment or things which generate less pollutants. Constantly redefining problems. The path and pace of developments are constantly redefining the problem faced by the environmental governance. So this was the challenges. So when challenges come, opportunity also be there. So we have some opportunity also in the in this area. There are several opportunity for improvement and initiatives undertaken by government department in India enhance environmental governance. So green is skill development program. These are the basically opportunity for government and people developed by the Ministry of Environment, Forest, Climate Change under the Envis scheme. This new initiative aimed to skill youth in environment, forest, and wildlife sector, enabling them to be employed or be self-employed. So this will be the win-win situation. We will protect our environment and employment will be generated. Commitments to global treaties. India has made several commitments to the global treaties to improve our governance. Like we committed we will decrease our carbon footprints, water footprints. So these are the opportunity in at the global level. If we able to lower decrease our the carbon and water footprint, it will give the good impression at the global level. Transparency and accountability. The government has taken initiative to improve transparency and accountability in environmental governance. Sensitive ecos should be protected because some ecosystem like are very sensitive. If or we can say that fragile ecosystem, for example, Himalaya is the very fragile ecosystem. If same temperature will increase in Himalayan region and other region, the impact of this temperature increase will be more in the Himalayan. So Himalaya is the sensitive ecosystem. So there are so many sensitive ecosystem in our country. So we have to give a special attention of that sensitive ecosystem. These are the basically opportunity to conserve our fragile ecosystem. Conservations. There several conservation projects have been initiated to protect and conserve the environment. Every time we heard that there is a project related to biodiversity, project related to river, project related to wildlife conservation. So there are several projects. This is the opportunity for government with or other NGOs or other governing body to execute this project to protect our ecosystem, our wildlife, animal, and other other living beings. Water resource management. The government has taken a step to improve water resource management because water is an important resource for everyone. Right now, although we have 2/3 part of earth is water, but for drinking purpose, only 3% water is available. Among them, 3%, 2% are in the river, lake, and only 1% water is in form of groundwater, that is called fresh water. We can use for the drinking purposes. The management of water is vital for present time because we are fighting for drinking water. States like Punjab, Delhi, Haryana, and Tamil Nadu, Karnataka is fighting for the water management. So the management of water is crucial this time. Research, education, and training capacity building. Initiative to build capacity in research, education, and training in field of environmental governance. So urgently, trainings are required for environmental governance in our country. Awareness is less among the people, especially those who are not directly linked with this environmental things. They do not care about the environment conservation. So awareness is the important, and this is doing by the government through the various initiative and in the different states and district wise. So finally, we have reached the last section. This is a conclusion and future perspective. These environmental changes have a serious economic implication for individuals and countries. Accurate and reliable measurement of various physical, chemical properties are key to understanding these causes and their influences. Metrology ensures the reliability and accuracy of the generated data. Significant investment has been made in India for environmental monitoring, which is expected to grow many folds in future as the pace of economic development increases. CSIR National Physical Laboratory has been involved in the measurement of a number of physical and chemical parameters of the atmosphere over the last few decades. It also providing assistance to stakeholders in reliable and accurate measurements of the certain atmospheric parameter. In recent years, CSIR National Physical Laboratory is developing technical capabilities to meet new challenges like testing, calibration, and certification of air pollutant monitoring equipment, testing and calibration of gas sensor, etc. These are the basically we have published 2 book chapter in a book Metrology for Inclusive Growth of India, and almost my talk is related to this 2 book chapter. So if anyone will be interested to know about the environmental metrology or governance, and they can go through this book chapter. Thank you for providing me this opportunity, and now floor is open for the questions answer session.
Thank you very much, sir, for your brief and very understanding topic, which is required for everybody's life. Now, as sir has already spoken, anybody wish to speak anything is free to speak. Otherwise, all the participants are requested to kindly switch off your videos and switch off your video mics and switch on your videos so that we can take few pictures. My request will be you kindly share your presentation with participants so that we can to us so that we will share it with our participants and they can get it benefited whenever required. Secondly, this video we have recorded, we will also share it in our Facebook as well as in YouTube channel. And for the participants, for the benefit of the participants, all the participants are requested to kindly switch on your video. Please switch on your video. So kindly share me your presentation, sir. We will share it with the participants and we'll put it on our.
Okay, sir. I will email you this presentation.
Please, please.
Okay, sir.
You can remove this presentation.
No, sir. No, sir. I am sharing. Are you not able to see my presentation, sir?
We are able to see.
So just I make it full screen.
Yeah, now it is okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Anybody who wish to speak anything? Sir, basically this environment testing, environmental calibration of these equipments is the most important part, and being in the legal metrology, how we can ensure that the observations or the readings taken from these equipments are correct. This is the one of the requirement or one of the criteria to ensure that the calibration or the observations taken by these instruments are correct. This is my requirement. How we should ensure this?
Sir, each and every equipment needs time to time testing and calibration, and we are here for rectify your instrument uncertainty. So every 1 or 2 years your instrument have to calibrate, and if you have some secondary standard or tertiary standard, you can also calibrate that instrument by yourself. It's depends upon instrument. It's very instrument to instrument. So if you required our help, so definitely in coming 2 to 3 months, our NPL India certification system for testing calibration will be started, and we have a CFCT window in NPL. From there, any industry, any regulatory bodies, any can contact NPL for this testing and calibration. And we will give you some uncertainty value, and on the basis of traceability chain, you can rely on your measurement.
See, what is the meaning of certification? Sorry, I don't understand that you are going to start some new certification scheme, certification facility. What is it mean?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Actually, NPL have already testing calibration facility for other things.
Okay.
But for environmental monitoring equipment.
Okay, you are going to start.
Yeah, our division is going to start. Actually, this was the vision of Dr. Ashwal. He was our ex-director, previous director, and he was very enthusiastic for establishing such type of facility should be India, because due to lack of this facility, we are losing huge money, because we have to rely on other MCERT, EPA, US EPA. So we have no facility to calibrate or test our environmental equipment. So we are going to start this facility very soon, actually.
Very good, very good. Thank you very much. Anybody else who wish to speak? It could be better if you just show how you are going to calibrate, how you are calibrating, and if you kindly let us know some data, whether the instrument which is being used anywhere in the world, which are not actually correct, and due to the problem of the calibration of this equipment, how the policy, how the people are suffering. If you can just put some light on it, it will be a good knowledge for us.
Actually, each and every country required on the basis of their climatic condition, weather condition, it's actually vary. So if we have our calibration testing facility, we can do or perform this activity on the basis of our climatic condition. India has a totally different climatic condition if we compare with the European or American country. So the measurement uncertainty traceability should be equal everywhere. But but unfortunately, we have not such facility. So NPL is doing so many things.
No, see, right now, if the equipments are not calibrated, have you done some study or some data do you have by which you can say that there may be something that the equipment is not correct, or somewhere you have found that the equipment is not correct? For example, you people are doing this study, this regular study at Himachal Pradesh or in Delhi or somewhere else. Have you observed that the data shown by the other agencies or the data observed by you is different? You say something about it if you know, if you are aware of that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Actually, it is very difficult to conclude कि the data recorded by other agency or other system is correct or not, because we can because data environmental data variation depend upon so many factors. It's definitely if you are observing data through some sensors, some instrument, that will be vary. It's depend upon the principle of the instrument. So it is very difficult to conclude that there is some discrepancy in the instrument without testing, calibration, and other things. So when we will compare with the primary or secondary standard and calibrate the instrument, then we can, if instrument is calibrated and they have uncertainty value, on the basis of that we can say that yeah, there is some differences. Otherwise, data vary due to different factors. So this is difficult. Only due to
Okay.
after calibration we can calculate.
Okay, that means we can say, because I think that there may be few laboratories, few agencies in the country who may be doing calibration of not all type of equipment, but few of the equipments, they must be doing the calibration of these instruments which are used for monitoring or taking observations of the environment, different parameters of environment. So, sorry, I don't know, but I think in the next time when we will be having a person from CPCB or from Environmental Ministry, we can discuss with them, we can discuss, ask them, what is the study, whether we have done some study, whether we are aware of that. Because, see, until unless no, because it's a every equipment has a tear and wear, and whenever we are taking regular observations, regular readings, the repairing or the maintenance of an instrument is a must, including the calibration. So I hope certainly when you will develop this facility, I don't know how many of the equipments you're going to calibrate in your laboratory. What is your plan? Whether you are able to calibrate all type of equipments required for air, water, soil, noise, light, that photometric light pollution. So all there are large number of factors or the pollutions which may happen. I don't know how many you are working or for how many equipments you are working. If you put some light, throw some light, it will be good for us.
Yeah, yeah. Very nice question, sir. Actually, we are only considering on air quality monitoring equipment, that is called SAMS, continuous emission monitoring system for STAX monitoring, and continuous ambient air quality monitoring system. So we are only considering for SAMS and CAMS instruments. So for other instrument, like you told noise, there is a acoustic department. There may be they are taking care of this acoustic or noise related instrument. But NPL, India's certification system, which are linked with our division, we are only planning to certify or calibrate equipment related to stack monitoring and ambient air quality monitoring, the 12 air quality monitoring parameters. So we basically we will perform on SOx, NOx, carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide. These are the basic parameters.
Good.
So we are focusing on that. And as you told, there are so many private company also doing this calibration testing things. So I don't know. Definitely, when we purchase the any instrument, they give us some calibration process, and there are so many things. But a standard with the NPL, we have primary, secondary standards. So that's why Gazette, according to the Gazette notification of India, and NPL is designated body for the these things. So I don't know what the private people are doing, what the process they followed. So definitely, if you want, that's why we are only nodal agency. So each and every industry have to uh,
Okay.
take
So the point
calibration
is, so the
certificate from
point is,
NPL.
that means your division is working for only airport. Okay.
Sir. Yeah, my
So, and you will start doing calibration, issue a calibration certificate. Certification means calibration certificate. Am I right?
yes,
Yeah.
yes, sir.
So you will issue a calibration certificate of an instrument which is used for monitoring of air pollution. Am I right?
Yeah, correct, sir.
So,
Our client will be manufacturer basically, and major client will be manufacturer, those who are manufacturing this such type of environmental monitoring equipment.
okay. And what should be the frequency or the interval of calibration of these instruments?
Usually, we suggested 2 years, every 2 years.
Okay, so generally 2 years, but it may be depending upon different other factors
Other
like
factors.
its
Correct,
use,
correct,
and
correct,
all instruments has, which is more sensitive and
correct,
needs to be
correct, sir.
calibrated.
Some
Okay, very
parameters, environmental parameters are source sensitive, so on the basis of this sensitivity index, we can decide what time required for the calibration.
okay. And soil. So, is there any division which is working for the instruments calibration of use in soil pollution?
Sorry, sir. In NPL, I think no one is working on the soil parameter.
Because right now in India we are working a lot about this,
Yes, yes,
this new type of urea and new type of
yes,
fertilizer.
yes,
Yeah,
yes,
so
yes,
we are
yes.
working a lot on this, and I think these are basically all technically very good and working well. But good, it's very good. It's a very nice lecture and understanding about the requirement and the necessity of calibration of those instruments which are used for monitoring and observing the environment, including basically for the air pollution. Certainly, sir, thank you very much for your brief and very, very precise lecture. Sir, anybody would like to speak anything?
I want to make a
Please,
few
sir.
comments here. Yes. Yes. Thank you very much for that presentation. I think it has opened another window for us here. Currently, we are trying to get new legislation. It's to the health, environment, as well as safety. As it relates to health, sorry, environment, we're talking of air pollution, typically, as it has to do with gas emissions. Here, we talk about noise. We have a number of government agencies that are into regulation of these areas. Part of our legislation is expected to cover, because since we're extending legal metrology to cover the environment, health, and safety aspect, we're taking time to capture as it relates to the environment. And we know very well that noise is a common one. The emission, the gas emissions, the pollution of water bodies. And with the regulators already there, we know they use the equipment, and nobody can give any clarification as to the accuracy or traceability of those standards used for those equipment. From what I've picked here, and I think because looking at calibration, it's more of a mandatory activity, or not per se. For that reason, we have no business with whoever calibrates or whatever way they go about it. But the important thing is the fact that this equipment needs to be accurate. And the way you can authenticate that is by that verification. We will need to obviously get our line of stability for whatever standards we intend to use as testing equipment. This now, the aspect that has to do with calibration is very important. That will help us so much. And since this vista has been open, hoping that if the legislation comes in, we're expecting it to come anytime soon. It could be a couple of months or several months. But the fact is this, one need to prepare themselves for this particular aspect. And beyond the fact that we need to do our verification on those equipment, because it's very important to tell you that somebody is even fined for high level of noise pollution. And the equipment you're using, how can you tell me is accurate? So we know verification is one certain way of doing that. So in this regard, those who are involved in this regulation of this aspect, they are our major stakeholders. We know for us to function, the legislation from the capacity building for our personnel as well as the equipping of the various offices. I want to thank you again. This has actually given me more insight into that angle that has to do with the calibration of the equipment, because many of them will tell you they've calibrated. We know at times how it is when regulators operate. If they don't know the environment fully and all the requirements as it relates to this area of standards, then they just be working in the dark. Thank you, because this has
Thank you.
given a window of an angle that we need to take very serious in helping us in doing the monitoring that we expect to do from our own perspective. Thank you, Ashutosh.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you. Nice to listen from you. Certainly, it is our responsibility to ensure that the instrument used for the verification, for the observations, for declaring something, for making this readings are correct or not. This is our responsibility, and under the legal methodology, you have very well said. But still, in India, we have not started the calibration of these instruments. We are working on it. We are thinking that how to ensure that the instruments used in the field are correct. First time verification or the calibration can be done. We can take because National Physical Laboratories are mother for the metrology in India. And we are actually working in all fields together with the National Physical Laboratory, how we can take the help of these facilities or their expertise to develop this facility in the country. We will work certainly, but I hope that it is a very good thing and very important, because in this, I should say, in the developing, or let's say in India also, we have to work towards the natural or the environmental protection work, whether it is air, whether it is water, whether it is noise, whether it is light. So all type of pollutions, we have to work on it. Thank you very much, sir. So this NPL is working well, and we are expecting that with the help of them, we will also do something good for the society. Anybody else who wish to speak something or who wish to add something? But sir, if you need any help from our side at any point of time, you are always most welcome. We can always be connected, and we are always already in the WhatsApp group, email group, we are linked together. So you need any help at any point of time, you kindly let us know. We will be happy to do something or to support you wherever required.
Definitely will be on that.
Thank you, sir. Anybody else who wish to speak anything? Who wish to add? Otherwise, we can close this meeting, and we will be having the next meeting. Santosh ji, please let me continue for some time, because there may be some other people who wish to ask something about the legal methodology. Otherwise, the rest of the people who wish to close, they may close, please. Thank you very much. Next week, 7 o'clock, we'll meet on next Saturday. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for providing this opportunity.
Thank you.